All right, well, hello and welcome back as we are getting ready for our second game of the night and of the week as we are going to have the Denver Apex taking on the Vancouver Void. Now, neither team has had an ideal season so far, as Denver are looking at a 1-2 record after a Game 5 loss, then a Game 4 loss, then finally a Game 5 win, versus Vancouver have faced every scoreline, but all of them in the loss column. Now, of course, all three of those teams they played were 3-0 through 3 weeks, although Boston did just drop their first series right before this, and Vancouver did not have their full roster for that game. Moving over to our week results, as I just mentioned, it was Loudoun taking down a 4-game win over Boston, and then the other games still waiting, as we'll see if those three teams can stay undefeated, and then which of these two can get a much-needed win. Looking at the standings, of course, it is those three teams still standing up there at 3-0, and Boston and Loudoun crawling a little bit closer to each other. Then we have our 2-1-2 teams and the 3-0-3. Moving over then to our stats, we have Denver up against Vancouver, of course, and your key players are Gavin and Boomer, although that might especially be because Vancouver made two swaps heading into this week, and Boomer kind of the main one left with stats. Of course, Arrow has been the sub for the team, and then Arium, I believe, would have subbed in for one game, and otherwise Sinha has not gotten any games played. And I believe Sinha might also go by like Corinth, and so I'll probably go by what he is in game, at least for now, which I believe will be Corinth. So I'll probably go with that, but we'll see. As not a player we've seen much of, if at all, in the league. Obviously not this season, and so we'll see. That's kind of the main reason that my take on Vancouver is very much an we'll see. I think they were already a team that were better than their record. That I think they'd run into a bunch of good teams, which had given them more losses than they would have had in more even or lower tier matchups. But now, obviously, pretty much the entire team is different. And so I don't know exactly what to expect out of this team. I don't know if they're going to come out and dominate this game. I don't know if they're going to struggle because they are a team that just formed. I don't know what to expect. As we do have both our teams in, nice and quick here, but we are waiting on one to leave. And then, as in, of course, can't have subs in the game. So one team joined with 4. And so we need one of them to drop out, and then we'll be good to go. Hoping for a good match. I'm tempted to predict in favor of Vancouver, but I'm going to say 3-2 just because, again, I have zero clue what to expect. I think Denver have played pretty well, and Gavin especially has had a very good season. And so I think if Vancouver are still struggling, I do kind of expect Denver could win this series. But just generally, I don't know, because I don't know what we're going to see out of Vancouver, as we did not have Bussin joining with the team, and so we have him out for this first game. And then I believe it was Arrow who dropped out for Vancouver. So main rosters on both ends, I do believe. As this one's sent down the sideline by Corinth, but Gavin takes it away, looking for a double, can't turn it towards net. Luigi there, but it's a floater wide. Now double commit, Boomer will get it down off the sidewall, looking for another 50. Now played down again, Demo on the line, but there's no follow-up shot. Now Arium's up too far. Luigi chasing this one, but loses the 50, as now it goes the other way. Gavin around, bump comes through there. Now it's sent off the left wall in terms of Vancouver, but no double came, and now it's right in their net. Luigi gets goal number 1, and Denver have first blood. Two players push out to the same corner, and they can't get back to the net. Arium gets a piece of it, but it still bounces off the post and out. And So the Apex, we're going to play from in front here in this one. Now Corinth trying to 50 that away, but won't get a piece of it. Arium now slowing it down around the outside. Same with this one. Corinth not going to get another touch, though. Luigi trying to force it out. Boomer sends it back in. Awkward by T-Mac. Arium gets revenge. Now a tied game. Boomer forces it around. T-Mac runs into Gavin, and the touch gets away from him. So Arium can just slam it down the middle. And it goes right through to tie up the game. Now Luigi just going to sit under this one. Shot towards the net, a floater, and Boomer's able to get up for it. Now down the side again. Floated down towards Gavin. He'll go up with it. Arium already pre-jumped. We'll get a piece out to the corner. Now dropping down again. Boomer slow. And T-Mac scores. 2-1. Denver retake the lead. Boomer just a little bit too slow, and Corinth wasn't ready for it. And so it's a 1-goal lead for our blue side again. Boomer now going a little bit too lateral with this one. Looking for a second touch. Will force it in. Arium's already up. Won't get much on it. Corinth up next. 50 in. Gavin knocks it down to the side. Now bouncing along the sideline. Corinth will get beat, and T-Mac got the boost. T-Mac 50 through another before Arium finally gets it away. Luigi trying to reset it, though. Pops up off the sidewall, and now will fake out one. Gavin, though, unfortunately falling for it as well, will allow a 50 for Arium and a potential breakout for Vancouver, although Denver will just 50 it right back in. Arium now around the outside. This one will roll back. T-Mac looking for a shot. It's out off the corner. Boomer won't connect, but it's all right because Arium's there. Luigi now up in the air to go for it. Blocked to the side by Corinth and now caught by Arium. Arium, Boomer to his right, but it's too far over him. And now Corinth gets beat. Having to rush back. Will get there in time. Can he get much else, though? No. Stolen by T-Mac. Shot by Luigi's high. Is there a third? No, there is not. And eventually Boomer sends it the other way where Gavin needs to make a save. Another one made by Luigi as this one's dunked across by Corinth. Now a pool shot downfield. Gavin trying to stay up, but Boomer catches it away. And right back the other way. Vancouver still trailing here, looking for an equalizer. This one dropped in, but Gavin dunks it over to the right wall. Arium now off the left. 50'd back in again. T-Mac trying to get it away. Still people are waiting on this one, and now down off the ceiling again. Arium on the catch. Demo is there. T-Mac now pushes it away. Trying not to allow a clear, although Corinth will find one. Now Corinth shoots, and it's in. Tied up at 2. Just a shot far post beats out Luigi. And Vancouver find their equalizer. Luigi trying to catch back up to this one, getting it forward. And we'll knock it down. And we're now able to get past one. Dunked back towards the back wall. Vancouver looking for a push. Corinth 50 straight up towards the ceiling. Now a couple members will jump. Gavin will get it away for the moment. T-Mac trying to push it away, but Boomer keeps it forward. Now popped across again. Boomer looking for a dunk, won't find it. Arium under it. 50'd by him. Corinth will pop it up to stall the clear, but T-Mac still up. He'll drop it down. Gavin not able to commit, but Luigi's there. He'll look for a center, but no one's there to receive. Under 40 seconds, approaching 30, still tied up, but that's a big miss. And Boomer strikes. 3-2. Lead Vancouver. For the first time this game, they will get ahead of the pace. And so now the pressure is on for Denver. 30 seconds left. They need to get one in response. Boomer, though, a big 50 will force a clear. Now off the sidewall, Arium downfield. Bump, but Boomer saves it himself. T-Mac trying to get it the other way. He'll get by one. Gavin 50 back, but T-Mac doesn't have an angle. It'll go wide. Final 10 now. Another one dropped down. This one off the side wall. It drops. And Vancouver take game one. It was a battle. It was very toughly fought. But they, in the end, managed to outshoot them 9-7. And they will close out game number one to take the lead in the set. And so as we get ready now to move on to game number two, the pressure is on Denver to see if they can respond. It was certainly a strong start to that game, and they held the advantage through a lot of it, but just weren't able to quite keep it. As now we go to game number two. Vancouver won ahead, but it wasn't very decisive. And so we'll see if Denver can pull it back. Gavin behind the ball here, 50'd off the side by Corinth. T-Mac now across. Gavin won't quite connect. Boomer gonna clear this one long downfield. It'll bounce around the corner. Now Luigi up in the air again. Drop down by Arium. Gavin blocked by T-Mac. His own teammate kind of interrupting that one. Gives Boomer a shot, but it's played around the outside now. Corinth off the back wall. T-Mac bouncing it out. Arium over to the side. T-Mac can chase it down. Won't get a touch initially, and now Gavin's beat by Arium, who gets a very light touch. And now it's going the wrong way. T-Mac will have to reset, but he doesn't have a lot of boost. Could get away from him. The 50 pops back, but there were two there. Boomer has to wait back. And so there will not be a shot. 1 minute gone. This time, no goals on the board. And now Boomer trying to pop it up in the air. Gavin will clear it out. Another double commit for Vancouver. Corinth already on it, trying for a 50. It bounces to Arium, but his shot's off the post, and now Boomer's alone for a moment again, but he will make the play. Luigi now popping it out. Gavin won't get the redirect. Arium trying to drop it down. Boomer will clear it long, looking to follow it up. Gets the demo, gets the goal. Given the long shot, but he earns it downfield. Boomer makes it 1-0 and gets first blood for the Void. Down off the sidewall again. Arium downfield. T-Mac up towards the ceiling. He'll try to go again, but Corinth is there first. Now this one's played away. Gavin trying to get it forward. Looking for another one. It's sent down into the corner. Now Corinth around. Boomer in the air. Loses out on the 50. It'll go the other way. Rolling out, Arium following it up. Now drop down again. Arium will find a long clear. Now played across. Off the back wall, bouncing away. Arium trying to take control. Will get the air dribble downfield. Now back downfield. Dropping down again, T-Mac will try to get it down the sideline. Laid across again, Corinth is there. Half the game left to go, still a 1-0 lead. That 50 could have been a close one. Now down off the ceiling again. Downfield, but not quite going to be there. 2 minutes left to play. We've kind of slowed down a little bit. Going end to end. Both teams have tried, but neither one able to add on any game. Now this one's up in the air again. Downfield. And Gavin is finally there. And so the stalemate is broken. And we are tied at 1. Even though not going to connect on that one. 100 seconds left to play. Vancouver's so close to adding on, but Luigi gets a goal line save there. T-Mac trying to pop it downfield into the corner. There are 90 seconds left to play. Now in the air again. Played over to the left by Arium. Played across again. Arium trying to cut it down. T-Mac will 50 it over to the side. Now played across again. Arium up towards the ceiling, dropping back down. It'll be Boomer to get the clear downfield. Now off the right wall again. Corinth is there. The shot rings high. Arium trying to crash, but T-Mac gets it over him. Corinth trying to get this one away. Arium now over to the side. Shot on target. T-Mac blocks it to the side. I'm bringing it down again. Catch off the right wall. 50 feet up in the air. Now down the sideline again. This one around. Gavin just waiting on it. Forced to rush. Pinches it up in the air. And no one can go for Denver. Under 30 seconds left to go. And now Arium drops this one down. Looking to wait behind it, will slow it down. Now trying to get down the sideline. Has a dribble, playing for a 50, but Gavin takes it away. Now over off the sidewall. T-Mac is there. Catch towards net. The bump won't connect, but it's an own goal. Corinth not expecting the save to come right at him as it skips off T-Mac. And he puts it right into the net. There are 4 seconds left to go. And Denver are gonna tie up the series if they can just find the ball to the ground. This one floating into the corner, dropping down again. Boomer keeps it up. T-Mac spikes it down. And Denver have tied things up. We are 1-1 after 2 games as the Apex outshoot them 6-3 and get that last goal at the end to seal game 2. And so now as we look on to game number 3 on Urban Central, both these teams even, but which one can pull ahead? Which one can claim match point? As we load in here in the train station. Denver with a little bit of momentum, although again it was an exceedingly even and back and forth game. And so let's see as this one drops down. It's played around the outside. Dunked in by Boomer. Corinth in the air. Gavin wins the 50. Arium now reset. Looking for the second touch. Drops it down, but not enough to get it on target and in. Now around again, this 150 down. Gavin will get a dunk down the sideline. Gavin following it up. Around the outside, won't get the last touch. Now Corinth trying to wait under it. Gavin will play it across. Corinth up in the air again. T-Mac able to play it forward. Now off the post. T-Mac down. Played away again. Gavin just going to wait behind it. He'll try to flick it in. Arium now going to get bumped off it. Luigi off the right wall. Corinth just even on that 50. And now Arium sends it downfield. Arium into the corner. Up in the air, rolling out. Now downfield, Arium will get a double demo. Corinth trying to get it forward. Arium up. T-Mac wins the 50 the other way. Now staying with it. This one on target, but it's blocked away by Boomer. Now off the corner again. Corinth able to get a light touch out. Gavin going to be waiting behind it. He will bring it down, getting the flick forward. It'll drop back in. T-Mac now resetting to his own corner. This one off the back wall, popped up by Luigi. Falling back down, Corinth crashes, but gets beat to it. Boomer now on it next. Caught here by T-Mac. Luigi still staying with it. Now Luigi up towards the ceiling, gets one down, won't be able to get anything else. Still it gets close, but it will not quite go in. Now it clear towards the other direction. Boomer off the back wall, Arium up, dropping it in. Luigi will get the catch for now, and Corinth will score. 1-0 Vancouver. Luigi catches it, but he's way too slow to follow it up. And so Corinth just dunks it across right into the net. And so we are tied up at, well, no, wrong, very incorrect. As Vancouver, for the first time since game, I don't remember who scored first, I gotta be honest, but they will get first blood. I believe they scored first in the first game at least. Yeah, and I don't remember too well, but hey, I know they have 2 this game. It's Corinth again. Just bangs it downfield. And it is just 2-0 for Vancouver. As Denver scored first in the first game. And then it was, well, I can't say yet for the second game, as this one's now dropping down, and it's 1-2. Denver fight back. Yeah, it was Vancouver that scored first last game, of course. I remember that. It was 1-0 for a while. But again, focusing in on this one, as we approach the halfway point, just 1 second before, Denver able to find the opportunity and will get a goal on the board. So now just one more to go if they want to tie things up, but it is still Vancouver with the lead. Corinth now a double downfield. Gavin going the wrong way. Ariam wins out on that 50, but won't get a second touch. T-Mac up in the air. He will send it downfield. Boomer now over to the right side. Bouncing straight back out. Gavin towards net, cleared by Corinth. Luigi now letting it go. It'll be T-Mac to play it out off the left wall. Boomer is up. Shot is blocked. Ariams follow. 15 wide. Boomer now out off the corner again. This one bouncing away. Ariam takes it away from Boomer, but it also made it more awkward for his opponent. As now Luigi a high shot. T-Mac in the air. Won't get anything. Boomer gets it away. Now Ariam trying to get it up off the left wall again. Boomer was demoed, but he'll spawn and he'll be the first to go for this one. Although Corinth kind of takes it away from him. It'll beat Ariam as well. Now so awkward, but they manage to dive in for a save. T-Mac now trying to recenter. Ariam and Corinth both go again. This touches by both, but Boomer's there for it this time. T-Mac trying to keep it close. Ariam takes it over to the right wall. Up in the air, this one collected by Gavin. Air dribble down. It goes in. Tie game 2-2. It drops down. The last defender gets far too awkward. And so with just over 1 minute to go, we are all tied up until Corinth again. Hat trick now. And it's 3-2. Just off the kickoff, a shot top right. Beats them all. And it's a lead for the Void. Down by Luigi, bouncing in, awkward towards net. We have seen that one before, but this time Boomer is able to make the play. Kurt's now awkward, and Luigi's shot does bounce right off him, and so it's a save out to the side, and Vancouver hold on to their lead. 40 seconds left to go now. T-Mac again! Every time you feel like it's calming down, there's another goal on the board as T-Mac just slams it left side, and it beats all 3 defenders. He beats the first to the ball, and then the shot gets right between 2. And so Denver again keeping pace in this game, and now they might have a lead. It's falling apart for Vancouver, as that was hit backwards by Corinth. Ariam gets no power, and T-Mac just dunks it right into the net. 30 seconds left to go now, and it's once again a lead for the Apex. Pushed over to the right side again now. That one towards net. Almost gets by them all, but Boomer's able to make the save. Final 30. Vancouver still in need of one. They're Ariam gonna get bumped off it though, and now T-Mac forces it downfield. He'll get by 2. Ariam's alone. He's demoed. Luigi scores. 5-3. Denver have a 2-goal lead with 16 seconds left to go, and they may have just secured themselves match point. Off the right wall now. Vancouver in desperate need of a goal, and they're gonna get it. Boomer gonna get credit, but I don't know from where. As just off the kickoff, it hits off the side, and then it's Luigi who floats it the wrong way, and it just goes all the way in. Certainly not what he was expecting. But in the end, at least it's a goal in terms of Vancouver. And now this one centers out again. Gavin out off the corner. Time running out. That one sent off the sidewall. T-Mac gets it away. And as the clock reads 0 again, Vancouver need to go full field, but they will just not get it done. Denver take advantage. They outshoot them 17-6. T-Mac gets 4 goals. And Vancouver just get routed in the late part of that game. I titled that game 4. That's not correct, but hey, we ball. I'll fix that later as we get ready to load into the actual game number 4, as Denver are 1 away from taking down the revamped Void and moving themselves to join Loudon at 500. But can they get it done, or will Vancouver fight back? Because that felt like such a Vancouver game to win, but they give up 3 straight goals, 2 of which kind of off mistakes. And so, now their backs are against the wall at risk of going 0-4. And this one will drop back down again. Gavin trying to keep control. Pinched back around. Boomer has switched into the Roadhog, trying to channel its energy. We'll see how it works out for him. This one rolled down the sideline again. Corinth, another long clear downfield. Gavin will get there and he'll play it out to the side. Boomer now on it. 50 around the outside, dropping in. So close, but no one able to crash quite in time. And so Denver survive. Boomer now up the right wall again. 1 minute will pass. No goals just yet. Corinth looking for a dunk. Gets it up off the left wall. No one able to chase it though, so T-Mac plays it the other way. And now T-Mac just follows it up and scores. He bangs it off the corner. That beats 2. Boomer just lost on the post, expecting it to roll up, but it bounces out. And so it's dunked right back in. And T-Mac gets the first goal. And for the first time since game number 1, the Apex have first blood. No one on that one either. Played across, 50'd off the back wall. Now bouncing away again towards the net, popped up high. Now dropping down again. Played across. Ariam trying to follow this one, but not quite going to reach it. Now bouncing up, Gavin is on it. Played away again, Boomer will send it downfield. T-Mac will dunk it right back the other way. 1 minute ago, there were no goals. A minute later, Vancouver are in desperate need of something to keep their series hopes alive. 3 minutes left to play. Down by 1 still, as this one's cleared long downfield, but Ariam a good read to play it out to the side. Now bump on T-Mac will help. Corinth gonna turn on it. He'll demo T-Mac now. Looking for a couple more bumps. Sent down to Ariam, but the shot dings off the post. It does not go through, and the lead remains for Denver. And now following this one up, a big 50 floating towards the net. Gavin gets it away. Dropped across, Luigi staying behind it. 50 down off the corner. Gavin now trying to take control, catch up towards the ceiling, reset downfield. It'll be Corinth to pop it up next. Corinth out off the corner, this one bouncing away again. Ariam the pass back, Boomer will turn away. Luigi trying to get it downfield. T-Mac 50s it through. He'll do it himself. Luigi, of course, a good deal of help playing disruptor, but it's T-Mac to force it through. And so it's now a multi-goal lead with 2 minutes left to go. This one played over off the right wall. It'll bounce up in the air. Ariam now the catch, looking for a flick, won't get it. Out off the back wall. Luigi spiked, but it bounces off the post. But Gavin is there. 3-0. Denver are starting to run away with it. 2 defenders, but they both panic. They both get beat. And so, Denver now up by 3 as we approach 100 seconds left to go. The time running short for the Void. Ariam trying to play it across. This one played away. T-Mac just gonna wait, now he'll turn off the right side again. Ariam trying to play it forward. Now 50 to the corner again. This one will bounce right back up. Dropped right down towards the net, but it'll bounce up. Now 50 down the sideline, bouncing away. Luigi's there, and it'll find Boomer. Okay, there's your start. Now finish. You need a lot more than that, as it's a double commit that Ariam beats them to. And Boomer, given the open net, is able to get goal number 1 for the Void. Now down into the corner. Gavin trying to get it away. Now controlled. And he'll get to 50 as well. Up in the air for Luigi. Rolling away. Boomer will drop it down. Corinth a good catch. 45 left to play now. T-Mac over to the left side. Luigi trying to slow it down. Ariam won't let him. Gavin in the air, dunked by Boomer. 30 seconds, Vancouver. This offense is good, but you need a goal. That pass won't do it. T-Mac will play it away. Gavin down the sideline. T-Mac is still with it. I don't think Bussin's here. I could be wrong. Time running out for Vancouver. That shot is saved, but there's not enough time. The Void had hope with this new roster, but in the end, they're on the ocean floor while Denver are all the way up on Mount Elbert. They will close it out in 4 games, and they will move to 2-2. Of course, it's first series for the Void. They certainly can have hope to bounce back. But this not the start they wanted, as, by the way, they get outshot as they get 5 and Denver gets 7 in that last game. So a 2-shot difference and a 2-goal difference. And now again, for Vancouver, it was a good look, just a little bit too much panic. Of course, lost game 2, I would say because of that own goal. I mean, it happened with 4 seconds left. Hard to say anything else. And it's an awkward play, but you can still not do it. And then after that, again, it just feels like some things to clean up. So it's your first series. You still have time to bounce back. And this is a very forgiving format that even if they don't recover it in the regular season, they'll have the play-in, and then they can try to get it going in the playoffs. But either way, the focus for now is on Denver. As they close this one out with a big win for themselves, they'll move up to join Loudoun, and we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with Denver. A 4-game win moves you guys back up to 500. How does it feel?
I think we're starting to go back to what we expected. Say we played two of our toughest games first against Cozy's team and Smurfy's team, so schedule should be easier from here on.
Absolutely. Now, I believe you guys did drop that first game. How is it like to bounce back from that?
Felt like home.
Comfort zone?
We don't win game one. That's
Okay.
It's a
Yeah, we've established that.
Fair enough. And then, so that game 2, you guys won that one confidently, right? Definitely nothing, nothing there, right? You guys won that just easily?
that was the they own goal in that one to
Yep.
give us the lead. I don't remember.
That was with 4 seconds left. Yeah.
Yep, exactly how we drew it up.
Okay. Drawn up play, prepared ahead of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember Boomer scored it, but wouldn't surprise me.
It was Current. Boomer saved it, and then you got a tip on it, and it bounced straight into Current.
That's right.
Yeah, fair enough. And then from there, smooth sailing. You guys were locked in.
Yeah, our offensive pressure took off from there. I mean, just avoid their demos and nothing else mattered.
Fair enough. Now, Koa is asking me to ask you what he thought of the game.
Koa said, and I quote, "You played like shit, and y'all look bad."
Nice. Still won.
He's here to keep us in check, so if we look like shit and we won 3-1, I'll take it.
Yeah. It's a good place to be. As you guys looking forward are set to play against Bedford next week. How do you feel about that matchup?
They just had some roster changes, I know.
True.
We'll see. It'll be fun to play Lynx.
Absolutely.
And they just hadn't. Did they have another trade go through, or one that's happening at the end of the week?
I think it'll happen after their game.
Gotcha. So yeah, we'll see what that lineup looks like a little ways down the week.
Yep. Well, I do think that's all I have for you guys. So congratulations on the win, and good luck next week.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Doggo.
All right, and that will do it for our first night of action here in week 4. Not a lot of games on the schedule just yet, so I can't say for sure when we'll be back. Next ones on there for now are for Wednesday and Thursday. I imagine we'll have some before that, but can't say for sure, and so we'll see when the next ones are. But your final score here, one last time, Denver 3, Vancouver 1. That does it for tonight, so we'll see you back soon for more Week 4.